Rob D, Dallas, clap it up.
Rob D is the future.
Let's go, Rob.
Rob
Team Dallas.
I died the day they said we were free. My heart ceased to pump eternity the moment laws had the audacity to give me what I've always possessed. But rather than abandon this middle passage and follow the white light to heavenly glory, I've decided to stay and play out this gracious freedom. I will linger on in the halls of public memory, shaking the walls until the pictures fall and America remembers just how free that I am. Free to float like a ghost between homes, haunting states that fly flags which remind us the unpunished deaths of our ancestors. Poached on the most dangerous game, the nightshade Negro, vagrant and contagious. Just another unwanted spirit crossing over in cities with quarantine skin tones, keeping us apart like apartments. Our mentality is just as complex as our residence. You will address me. I'm the big black elephant in the room. I will stay as a reminder, sticking out like a sore thumb on the heavy hand of justice. When I move, it will sound like an army beating down your gates. Every word I utter shall sound like, so mirror your guilt, unjustified and thirsty. Now take a sip, pulling from a blunt laced with 1 part fear and 1 part anger, holding a cold 40 ounce of amnesia, trying to remember to forget tomorrow because I still haven't gotten the hang of yesterday or the Atlantic. Passing through Pacific penitentiaries with Anglo anglers eyeing my ivory, I was caught and made bond. Mine is too toothless, a conditional catch and subsequent release. You removed the hook from my cheek, but I've still got blood in my mouth. I lost my Tusker Tuskegee, went to my trunk, shouted at the sky, licked 2 shots, 1 hit my abdomen, now I'm sterile and free. Emancipated like a big black boat between beatings and buildings, between black bodies as temples, pressed up against the wall, double negatives with nightsticks to their necks, next to get negated in their own neighborhood. Feet stuck to them same streets, marched on for this freedom I can't quite see. 50 stars and 13 bloodlines tied around my eyes while I face the firing squad. The sky is the hunting party, the color of bruises. But if I was Neil, I'd stop these bullets. But I died the day words play God and return to me what I've always possessed. Like a pharaoh entombed in history, my body raided and bleached by Hollywood and Hoosiers. But I've never been to Indiana, never seen the heartland, but my heart landed in my chest and ceased to pump eternity. Skip the beat, murmured infinity, exceeding limited imitation of divinity hung by their halos. So I keep a shotgun cocked in my throat, tongue tickling the trigger. I will not remain silent. I will survive this return fire, mortifying mere mortals with mortars, vicarious vein vampires and suckling from my superior vena cava, sitting forest of forever, feeding their foundlings and the strange fruit from my family tree. We are the weeping willows whispering with the will-o-wisps. We will not go quietly. When we move, it will sound like a country beating down your borders. Every word I utter shall sound like the fall of an empire long overdue. We will linger on the halls of public memory, shaking the walls until the pictures fall. We're the big black elephants in the room, but majestic, we never forget, burying our bones in pachyderm projects. The South is a safari, the great elephant graveyard. America is where we come to die. Our homes are open caskets, our hearts are closed fists. We will stay as a reminder of just how free we are.